too much glare going on. Shit. Got that Twilight action going on. Hold up. Are we good? Are we good? I think we are good. Yeah, working phone's working. Okay. What's going on, everybody? I'm looking at what do we got? Got 9 people? Yeah, 9 people. Should bounce to 13. Goddamn. Oh shit. What's going on? The port. Yes. Yes. Love seeing all of y'all. Can you guys hear me well? I'm just making sure that I'm making tea at the same time because your boy is like a bit under the weather, but you know. But yeah. You know, changing weather is a bitch. So yeah. Yeah. Nah, I've been all right. Just been a cat dad, as you could probably hear in the background. These little motherfuckers is fucking insane. Because as soon as you try to feed them food, they just, I don't know what the hell that is. They just like go after the damn they go after the food, start jumping around and shit. But yeah, that's been my life thus far. But yeah. So, yeah, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed every bit of content that has come out thus far. Because, man, the shit that I got in my mind. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, brother dear, I see you. Very good. I know everybody. Yo. Okay, I see West Farms. Yes, I know everybody's been requesting reviews and stuff like that. Oh, please don't mind the people's finger, because of the fact that, you know, I got to use that to scroll, because that's what YouTube is doing now, where you got to scroll with the finger and shit. So, yeah. That freaking, look at that God finger, like, yo. Oh my God. Listen, that right there, to the Orion 7, that, my man's, that, I've had to literally fumble around with that review in my head for so freaking long, and it's the reason why. Because that review, what I'm going to do is, you know, I'm going to basically have, you know, pay a tribute to my grandmother as well in that review. So that's probably going to be my best, by far my best, like, bus review I've ever done, ever. Because that, you know, that is where literally, that's where I started, was Jackie Gleason. So, like, that, you know, even though, yes, Castleton is the depot I was birthed by, but raised by was Jackie Gleason. And, you know, that's where I learned to become, like, you know, who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, around that era. So those buses that were around me, you know, 61, 71, 75, 77, all those buses, you know, that shit, you know. But yeah, you know, that's for damn sure going to be one of the big ones. Like, the biggest one in terms of buses. Yeah. Yeah. What do you got in the comments? To a 2022 A-Train review. That's funny as hell. But it's not possible. Hold on one second. I'll literally talk to you guys as I'm fixing myself some tea. So, because, you know, your boy's trying to fight this damn sickness so this way he can get back to what he's doing. But yeah, hold on. So in terms of an A review on that end, Like when the 211s come in, I know that there's gonna be a whole shift in how transit reviews are done. Like you guys already see it right now, but yeah, you guys see it right now, like the big changeover and stuff like that. We wanted to give you guys something great, and and nothing less, which was basically my main focus. I said, listen, if I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna strike harder than anybody has ever seen, and really, don't worry. Listen, Daddy's back. Don't you worry about that, ladies. Daddy is back. But yeah. For the most part, it's just basically, me focusing on basically the reviews that I wanted to get redone to where it's like, because some of them didn't really come out the way I wanted them to, and I wanted to do it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? The R and M being one of them, the B obviously being one of them. The L is another one that I'm trying to do and stuff like that. And I know a lot of you been waiting for the L, been waiting for Too Strong, stuff like that, and I understand that. But for the most part right now, I'm just basically trying to go over what it is that what's the best things to go for right now in terms of remaking stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. Like Jamaica Depot and stuff like that, I wanted to redo all of that stuff. The stuff that's got taken down before and all of that. Things like that. So, and it's crazy enough as it is, a lot of my reviews literally still hold up to this day because some of the problems still hasn't been changed. Which it's unfortunate, but it's unfortunate the circumstances that we're put in basically. Well, that the TA has been put in basically. So, what it is. Again, the retirement of the 32s. I mean, I know that's a question that everybody's been thinking. What is on my mind behind that? And we're fucked. Yep. But listen, the MTA is gonna do what they're gonna do, and let's see what the fuck happens from here. Listen, everybody been sitting here wanting those trains to die for so long. 3 goddamn times they have avoided death. Not even 3, 4 goddamn times they've avoided death. I was like, if they come back one more time, they're officially solidified as gods. And then guess what? Fucking 179's fucked up. Boom. They are the gods now. And they're retired as such. So, and I'm not even worried about it, because here's this. The 211, I believe that the 211 is the next one to carry that torch. I believe so. Just off the way that shit looks, the way that shit's built. And the MTA knows they do. That's the one thing I definitely do give the MTA is the fact that literally, they learn from their mistakes when they feel like it. But, they learn from their mistakes. Sips tea. But yeah. Shit, I ain't even put the tea back in there. God damn. I'm so hyped to talk to you guys, I done forgot. My apologies. But, your boy's health. That's number 1 right now. Gotta get back on the game. That's what I be doing out here. Okay, so what do we got? Comments. When is the R32 and review coming? I've been waiting for a few years for that. Well, I've been waiting for a few years for that, actually. So the thing is that with that one, I'm gonna make sure I do that one big. That's gonna be my best Subway review. So of course, I gotta do the N in sections. That's how real it is, because a lot of people, they don't understand, right, how Broadway is really run. there's a whole, there's a whole, how do I put it? There's a whole role to play for each and every train that's on Broadway. You know. Oh, and to side note for all the guys that's asking about all the bus reviews, yes, each and every last bus review is gonna be done. LaGuardia, I see because I see LaGuardia. LaGuardia, that's staying. There's a reason why because you know that in itself, it's like yo, RTS's in LaGuardia Depot was just fantastic as all hell. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't get no better than that. You know what I mean? The music with the RTS, you can't. There's no authority. I don't want to say that because you know, of course, people will get emotional. But there's, to be honest, there is no authority in an Excelsior. It's too quiet. It's what are you gonna get out of that? The same thing with a Nova. The same with all the new shit that's out today. What are we gonna getting out of that? Now, from a standpoint of like, okay, you know, this is what we got to rock with and stuff like that. This is it. Then all right, you know, my choice in bus nowadays would be a Nova because of the fact that is the next one literally to take the torch of the RTS. It's not the Excelsior. Everybody keeps thinking it's the Excelsior. No, literally the one in the bloodline is the Nova. Nova RTS go to Nova LFS. That is the next one. But you know, listen, I let you guys decide that. That is your fight. You know what I'm saying? That is y'all. Cause I ain't growing up. No, I can't really truly enjoy stuff like that. Cause it's like it doesn't. You know, it doesn't have the same effect of how like all the older stuff had. You know, and I thoroughly get it to where the old heads was like, you know, saying the same exact thing. You know, but you know, it is what it is. It's the time that we living in. So you know, we work with what we got. You know, but yes, for the 30. So again, the 32 end review, I'm gonna have that released possibly by 2023. That, yeah, 2023 is looking like the people's trains. That's the year. Orion 7 next gens are good buses. Funny enough, okay, so okay. See, I can't lie. I can't lie. Okay, so let me a little short story, right, about what the fuck happened with the reason why I'm not too invested in the next gens. So, big reason, one of the biggest reasons, weather, right? You know, short story. I was on Q83. There was a next gen. I had an RTS. You know, guy in the next gen. There's a big ass puddle of water on Murdoch, and like towards the end of the line where the split is there, where the 83's gotta like go like kind of like this, but it comes out like that type shit when you get to Springfield and Murdoch, like towards that direction. So, you know, the guy in the next gen was like, "Yo, bro, I can't make it." I was like, "That's sad. That is terrible." So dude on the RTS, he looks at me. He was like, "Yo, bro." He says, "Yo, what can we do?" He's because I was the last one on the bus. I said, "Look, you got an RTS, bro. That's self-explanatory." And drove right through the puddle. It was a big ass river, and drove right through that shit. So I had to really sit there and contemplate. I'm like, "Yo, did that shit really got left behind?" I'll tell you what, homeboy made it home that day. Yep, he made it home that night. Word. I don't know about other homeboy in that next gen though. But yeah, but it's like right there at the door for me. The next gen's kind of like tanked on that because I'm like, yo, weather conditions is a very big part of serving the city. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight through all that shit, and the RTS's was one of those buses to fight through that shit. You know, winter storm, rainstorm, whatever the fuck it was. That was like the 32s of the streets. 142As, I love 142As. If the 179 screw up again, they're done. Yes. M3s. No, of course. You know, anything Bud, you know, of course I'm going to love that shit coming back. You know. Bud for life, my guy. Are you sure about that? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Nah. All right, 211's got the former R38 and 40 and 42 numbers soon. Yeah. Well, you know, they carry, again, like I said, the 211s are the ones that's going to carry the torch. You know, the next ones carry the torch. Unless, I've been thinking about that shit too. If the MTA decided to come out with an R332. Hear me out. Listen, this is the second coming of greatness, okay? If the MTA decided to come out with an R332, box shape and all, the stripes and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like the same look, but just new as fuck. Like, you know, blue doors and all and shit like that. Well, that stupid ass stripe, nah. But blue doors and all, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know, all sleek and stuff. Looks like not a round 32. Because of the box shape, you can't beat the box shape. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, the dudes that screwed up the Thematic YouTube, come on now. But, you know, you can't beat the box shape. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit commands respect. I don't know what you heard. Shit. What was it? Even along with the 79s and not Bombardier's best work, they really made great. They have, listen, Bombardier, more power to them. Listen, they made the 142s. I give them credit. You know, Rocky is busy though, Nux. Yeah, no, I know Rock is busy. I know Rock is busy, and he's gonna be. Listen, come hella high water. I'm gonna put him in the 32N review. Yep, he's gonna be in the People's review. Just saw somebody playing with the roll sign in the yard. No surprise there. Can't wait for that T review to drop. Yo, what? I can't wait for the T train itself to drop. My man Bowie's sending a whole bunch of dots. Oh, I get it. You slippery devil, you. Dot. Yeah, you funny. Dot. I see what you did there. Sir JFK and Far Rockaway. Yeah, yep. And let me tell you something. Fuck JFK and Far Rockaway. I'll give you a Green Lines review. Why? Because I grew up around Green Lines. Listen, I grew up around Green Lines when they had the RTSs with the cube lights in the back of the bus. Like the Series, listen, let me tell you something. Series 50 RTSs are my absolute favorite bus of all time. And I mean like private line, like the private line ones. And I'm not sure if it was the 8600s that we had in New York City Transit. But I know for a fact it was the way they started out. It's the way they started, because they had the Alcoa rims at first. But it was the way they started up on takeoff. Like, they sounded like they was blowing raspberry as they was fucking, like, leaving the bus stop or some shit like that. Just, I'm like, the yo, but those are my favorite ones. Like in terms of RTSs. I'm so sorry for the finger in the camera. But you know, fucking phone is like that. Mind you, this is a Samsung Galaxy A32. Best phone that I've ever gotten. Because this thing can do it all. But of course, anything that's number 32 can do it all. But yeah, what do you think of 46s on the NQ line? Nah, I'm with it. I'm with it. Listen, you know, anything, I'll support anything old coming to the People's Train, always. You know what I'm saying? The People's Train originally in itself, you know, that line was built on diversity. You know what I'm saying? To not have other equipment, you know, to just only one type of equipment is absurd. You know what I'm saying? The only trains that's ever done that on the People's Train, well, only few trains has ever done that, was the 32s in 1960. 1967. 67 to 68, 32s. That's the first line that ever had full 32s was the People's Train. It's for some of you guys that didn't know, because in 1967 and 68 they kept 32s on the People's Train. I also have double confirmation on that too. Cats is meowing. Shut up. But yeah. But yeah, like that. I'm cool with the 46 because the 46s was like they was, of course they old school equipment. I always love seeing stuff like that. Riding it up on Sea Beach and stuff like that. It's always lit. LaGuardia and JFK getting Novas by the end of the year. And you know what? I'm with it. Listen, I'm so with it. The LFS hybrid can be. Yeah, you know what? I've seen it. I'm like, I'm with it. I'm with that too. They have godly old gens. Oh, absolutely. Because we all know that the old gens is godly. Let me do something with the camera. So this way you guys can probably see me better. I don't know if it worked though, but nah. The filters that they got on here is kind of cheeks. So, but yeah. So we back on chat. Yeah. All right. Let me wipe the screen actually. Let me see if that's a problem that I can fix. Is it better? Somewhat. Well, that's the light from outside too. I can't do shit about that. When it's 46 retire, I have no idea. The MTA is gonna, if they're smart, they're gonna keep whatever the fuck they got. You're gonna see Black Adam this October. You damn right. That's a rock movie. I'm going back in comments, so don't mind me. An R400. That'd be insane. Yo, we gonna push the R32. We're gonna push for the R332. That's the next. I don't give a shit what the MTA says. That is the next. That is the next train to come out. Is the R332. Put that on the MTA's Twitter if you can. Yo, we gonna get that. We gonna make that happen. Why? Because we gonna get the rail fan window back. It's gonna be. Let me see. If I was to make a train for the MTA, right? I had that shit in like long cab. Like, you know how like the 142As have that like extra, 188s on the 7 have that extra thing in the back of them, in the back of the operating position. So all that extra space could be space for the train operator. So literally on the inside, you got a turning seat or something like that, where it's like, all right, they got the full cab, but in the long way. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, And then we got the rail fan window and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the TA got to realize something. Like, look, we get the fact that you don't like, you don't believe in fun sometimes, and the system, of course, was not built for rail fans. It was just mainly built for, like, people getting around point A, point B. We get that. You know what I'm saying? But, we appreciate the system. You know what I mean? Like, at least throw us a bone or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, we're not asking for much. You know what I'm saying? Hell, we fuel a big part of the company with fan trips and stuff like that. Because again, the old equipment is what makes us come outside. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna sit up there. Who's really sitting up there trying to make sure they fan? Well, do I want to be disrespectful, or do I want to be nice? Okay, I'll be nice. Who wants to really sit up there and fan a 179, on a line that has everything, just the whole thing is 179. There's no character to it. Sure, sound effects, but there's no, what are you getting? What are you getting? You get the front window, which is a mirage effect, but what are you getting? That is my question to the younger generation. I want to know exactly, what do you see? And this is a legitimate question to you guys. What do you guys see in the newer equipment today? Because I know, like, people from my generation, we never got that question asked to us. It was always like, the equipment after what we rode was trash and stuff like that. And, you know, that's what we got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to break the mold on that. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask you guys, the young guys, what is it that you guys see in the new equipment today? That's a question. That is a question. Still scrolling, still scrolling. So while I'm scrolling, you guys can what you call it? You guys can answer that. Oh, what's your opinion on the potatoes? Nickname the potatoes. Yeah, the potato. Motherfuckers made a Dragon Ball Z reference in a bus. They were gonna beat the. You know what? They could keep that over that way. That the potatoes. I didn't even ride one yet. They keep that way. Once I saw that, I gave up. I said, "You mean to tell me they really have a caravan on a B-32 and a B-60?" All right. Hiram and Dasher Lopez. What's up? And I like the bra that you left. When is the E review coming? Well, I got to make a few adjustments to a lot of things with the E, because it was like, you know, if I don't know if you guys noticed, but the E, because of the fact that it has a Siemens 160s, I'm not on it as hard as I used to be. The Siemens kind of, you know, they make the E a little bit cooler. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool with the E. I'm cool with the E for the meanwhile. But once it gets back to, if it ever gets back to nothing but 160 Alstoms, nah, bro, nah. So I mean, it's like I gotta think of it like this way. It's like the 160s now. Yeah, I guess the new generation. Shit, everything that looks like a 160, 143, and stuff like that. That's all like the 32s, supposedly 32s of this generation. And then the 211 is supposed to be like the 46, 44, 68 of this generation. So that's kind of like with the way I kind of see it a little bit right now. So, but that's basically what I'm going with for right now, until stuff really pops off. Yes, thank you, Kal-El. Yes, and if you want to know about buses to their absolute finest degree, go to Kal-El Johnson's channel. This man he goes in like when it comes to like studying all the aspects of a bus. So big shout out to him. Toronto Transit Channel. Yes. Yeah, yes, I have a cat. Yes. And thank you for the warm welcome, by the way. I saw that shit. Yeah, I have well, right now I have kittens as well. I have 2 cats and 8 kittens. And I got one kitten, the last kitten that was born, is my kitten. My girlfriend, those are her cats. So, but yeah. Yeah, like the last cat's name is Rocky. So, for obvious reasons. But yeah. But yeah. So, comments. Jamaica Avenue is a magical place to see buses. Man, you ain't even lying. But back in the day, man, yo, to see buses back then, the 90s, 90s, early 2000s, oh my God. What a fucking time to be alive. Train car equipment reviews. Oh no, that's gonna happen. I just gotta get through the lines first, but that's gonna happen. The Rock is in Fortnite. Oh, you damn right. I saw it. Listen, I keep up to date with every bit of rock news. Thank you for that, though. The 46 is by the end of the year. Well, it's up in the air because of all that late pushback from the 211s and stuff like that. But, you know, it is destined for the 46s to be done in by the 211s. And as far as I'm concerned, 32s really, truly ain't retired yet. I'm going to just say this right now. They really ain't truly retired yet. Because you still got some shit on property. And not only that, but then guess what? If shit break out again with the 179s, guess who got to step in? NTT Blue and Redbirds win. Yo, if ever, if you guys push for that, then yo, more power to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you IRT fans, y'all gotta push for that shit hard. Cause man, I can see the most electrifying man a little bit better. I like your profile picture. That is freaking hilarious. John Doe 9403. Word. Release your my anime list. God damn it. Well, listen. If I had an anime list, okay. Well, obviously Dragon Ball's up there. That goes without saying. Um, Sonic X is up there somewhere. Um, but that all of that could be explained in my other channel, Knuckles the Echidna. I mean that, I'm keeping it. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm keeping things like transified on this side, and on my other channel, Knuckles the Echidna, it's all the Sonic stuff, all the miscellaneous topics and stuff like that. You'll see me do, was it like reaction videos and stuff like that. You guys could go over there and then like let me know exactly what you guys want me to do a reaction on, and then I'll do it. Hell, trains could be included, but it won't be a mainstay thing. It'll just be like, all right, there's a train video here, and then there's a bus video there, but it's not the main focus of the whole thing. But I'll give a nod to, of course, where I originally come from, which is here. You see R32 and R400 and R420. And you know what? I would not be surprised if they came out with an R420. What do you think of R160s on a G? If I answered it. 160s on a G. Of course, my obvious answer is that, I like the Siemens 160s on a G. Can't stand the Awesomes for the life of me. But 160 on a G as a whole, it brings a different atmosphere. The G's always been one to bring a different atmosphere to the table, no matter what. Of course, for the theme songs of the G, if you really want me to go there, the theme songs for an R1 and 9, from everything classic to a 32, to before the 32s would be like from R1 to R30. That era of the G train would be like, the theme would be like Stardust Speedway, but I would say classic Stardust Speedway. That would be, yeah. That would be classic Stardust Speedway. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. It could either be from Sonic, because I'm like teetering on both. It could be the one from Sonic Mania or the US version of Sonic CD. One of those two. For the 32s onward would be A New Day from Sonic Rush. And then now with the 160s, there's a split between the two. Allstoms would be Metal Sonic's theme, Stardust Speedway from either Sonic Generations or Metal Sonic's theme in Sonic Mania, when you face them in Stardust Speedway. The theme of the Siemens 160s, however, that would be another Stardust Speedway. That would be a little bit difficult. Yeah, I'd say that'd probably be what the Future from Sonic Mania, Future Stardust Speedway from Sonic Mania. But yeah, and then of course I think, yeah, was it 160? I covered Alstom, Siemens, yeah, 211s. Now that's a different story, and I'm giving you guys the full playthrough of the G. So 211s would be Metallic Madness from Sonic Mania, but Metallic Madness, I think it was Act 2 or Act 1. It was one of them. Act 2, Metallic Madness Act 2 would be the G for a 211. So, yeah. What do we got? R440 slant. Now that is interesting. That is very interesting. But I know that ain't gonna happen. Right, like Hiram says, that ain't gonna happen because, of course, the design TA claims it was too dangerous, which, Still not a luxury though. Yeah, breathes. 33, 32 needs to be a boxy car with a rail fan window, just like 32s. Don't matter how they build the cabs. Funny enough, surprisingly enough, you're not wrong. You know, but the TA is always focused on, like, of course, the way how things are for the future and stuff like that. The full width cabs. Everybody voted on that. Hence the reason why every train thereafter came out with a full width cab. Which I respect it. Because listen, the people that work as TOs, conductors, things like that, they got to go through a whole bunch of bullshit. And listen, I do not blame them if they want to be divided from the rest of the train and have all the space, because they can walk all the way through. And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But yeah. So or if, like, let's say for example, right? There would be for the 332s, you would have like a two-door thing, or like a one-door swing thing where what was it? You could have the train operator, I guess, open one side of the door that closes off the window section and stuff like that. But then the train operator be like open to the rest of the people, stuff like that. And then like whatever fan or something like that wants to look out the window, boom, they can look out the window. And then not only that, but then also whoever's operating the train literally can see them right there. They ain't got to worry about shit. Things like that of that nature. I'm just looking out for the young ones. You know what I'm saying? But but at the end of the day, what they come up with is what they come up with at the end of the day. They have the final say so in a lot of things, so it is what it is. R579. 179 is a bleak and bland. Man, who you telling? 211. So oh yeah, Bronze Fanner. Yo, big shout out to him, because what? Yes, your boy is back, absolutely. And I'm currently in the Bronx too. Yes, cat. I just fed you. Your R2, what was it? The A is gonna run the R211 first. The A gets everything, and I love it. Well, listen, the A, there's a reason why the A gets everything, because it's a historical line. It's the longest line in transit. What's the best way to test something out? The A. What's the best way to give a final run? The A. I mean, that's just the way it is. With the A. I mean, I fanned the A so many goddamn times. I mean, it has that effect, like that real, like the A train effect. Like that is the A train of like the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you do it after so long and have done it on various bits of equipment, it's like, wow. And personally, it's like, of course, me. I'm a guy at BMT. You know what I mean? But I give much respect to the A though, because of just the history it has. R179N, hopefully never. But if so happened it ever happened, then just to see it happen. But the 211's on the people's train. Now that'd be a different story. The A, R179 got the A. What was it? Oh, got the A. Oh, okay, yeah. So the A train ad wrap, I seen that actually. The guy that dresses up as the A train and stuff like that. I guess that's his thing from The Boys and stuff like that. So what is it? The old stuff is decent, but remember to embrace the future. You know what? You're absolutely right. The problem is, if the future wouldn't stop fucking up so bad, then I can actually embrace it. Now we can get into that first before anything. At first, I like when you take okay, yeah. So I'm getting all the answers from what you got when I asked that question. Then I was recreating them in the simulator. When the sound effects were not able to be added. I understand that. So what about my cards? Wait, what about your cards? What about his cards? What about your cards, Bowie? What about your cards? Um, any MTA on our new Excelsiors, LFS, plug style rear doors. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they do. Are you hiking? No. What's going? I don't think a 143. Now, mind you, 143s. I like the 143s. I like the 142As. I'm cool with them. 142s too. You can lump them in there. If in terms of like me liking future stuff, it'd be that. When I do car equipment reviews, I'll definitely no, I'm definitely doing that. It's just after all the line reviews themselves. I gotta go like step by step. Uh, nice, but I'm a huge fan. Where's the Jackie Gleason review? Well, yeah. So, like I said earlier, the Jackie Gleason review, I'm haven't done it yet because I'm waiting for the right time to do it. So what I want to do is I want to release it on my grandmother's birthday, and that is June 27th. So crazy enough, literally that's the same day that the V died. But yeah, so that I want to do, kind of and I wish if anything out of all of this, you know, like for the Jackie Gleason review, if I had any requests from anybody in the bus side of things, in the bus department of things, the 6V92 RTSs, because I know there's a command center, a mobile command one, or 1201 specifically. If I can at least on that day, on like every year, that day specifically, there's the 1201 runs on the B61. I would love that. I would love that to happen because that right there is what I grew up on with my grandmother taking me transit fanning and stuff like that. And that's what inspired me to go off and be a rail fan and bus fan and stuff like that. It was thanks to her. So as a tribute to her, as me paying homage to her, I'd love for each and every year from like, I guess whenever a review comes out and thereafter you see like 1201 just occasionally appear on a 61 like every June 27th. Like that would be like Grandma Day, like something like that, you know. So and then it's like a testament. It's kind of like a testament to all grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? Like the World Grandma Day. That's June 27th. So yeah, support all your grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure a lot of you, got into transit fanning because of them. You know. A Jackie Gleason review would be fired. Hell yeah, we fired. Oh my god. But yeah, cats are a pain in the ass. But yeah, so let me see. The Pioneer reviews. Well, listen, I mean, you guys are the ones that made all of this happen to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, yes, I did start a lot of this stuff, but you guys took it a step further. You know what I'm saying? On my hiatus and stuff like that. So, have you heard of Mystic Transit? Yeah, I've heard of Mystic Transit. I definitely have. Good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Uh, you know, I've and a lot of guys have recently come out. All the new guys have recently come out on YouTube and stuff like that. Big shout out to them. I hope if anything, I hope that's my biggest goal for everybody on here. Like everybody who's a transit fanner or anybody who's like really out here trying to like put their foot in the door of transit is that I'm hoping that they can exceed me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you do it. That's honestly how you do it. You have you build a following, and then after that, you know, those who picked up what they learned from you, you know, they go on with their craft, and then, you know, you wish them well as they go on in their craft, and then after that, you know, they make something of themselves, you know, along the way. So that's how it's really supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really do that. You know, everybody's usually focused on, like, you know, viewership and subscriber count and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, for example, I was on the Brighton trip, actually, on the Q. And I'm not sure if it was Mystic Transit that said that, because I knew I heard a familiar voice that sounded like that. But what you call it? I knew that I heard in the background, like, oh yeah, you know, well, we passed this guy and subscribers and stuff like that. So, you know, he's not as big as he was before and shit. So, you know, and they you know, they talking shit, of course, you know, and they don't think I could hear it. But it's like, you know, to be honest with you guys, I could literally give a fuck. That's the thing. You fucking with me. I just could not give a fuck. You wanna know why? Simple as this. It's because of the fact that I give a shit more about the progression of the community itself, rather than, you know, what I can do for just me alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when I do my videos and stuff like that, a lot of them, yes, of course, absolutely. Your boy's fucking monetizing shit and all of that shit, absolutely. But there's some videos that's like, they don't get monetized at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is that it's either because of music, or, you know, because of, like, you know, certain situations and stuff like that, certain video clips I use or whatever. But it's like, that's what makes the videos fucking fire. That's what makes you guys come back. It's the same thing like what I did. So in the B review, I didn't get anything from that at all. The M review, I didn't get anything from that either. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that I was looking at how the video was gonna come out. I was looking at the presentation more than the money, more than the subscriber count. I was looking at the art of it. But that is the most important thing to making video, especially when making transit videos. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to engage in people. You want to invest in people's time. You know, you want to crack jokes and stuff like that. You don't want to sit there and, like, literally be, you know, literally sit there on YouTube and then just listen to a robot speak and stuff like that in the video. No, you want to give the people something to come back to. That's the reason why I'm like, no. In my videos, I make sure that you go home with something, like, extra. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why a lot of my videos I go over the top with and shit like that. You know, a lot of jokes you guys remember, of course, would being the one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that is what I look at. But, you know, to guys like that, like Mystic Transit and things like that, listen, big shout out to them. I see the way they do in their videos and stuff like that. And I knew, hold on, last time I checked, I know somebody else was talking shit in one of their videos. I'm not sure if it was Toronto Transit Channel, because I was like, wait, hold on. Your ass is sitting there saying, oh, well, you know, we're not like other transit transit channels that have a bias in their, excuse me, bitch. You know the fuck I am. I'm the goddamn juggernaut around here. Well, basically, with me, so here's the thing. In response to that particular video, if that was his video, basically, like, all the stuff that I used to do in the past, you know, of course, that's me, I'm busy studying the stuff that I did in the past, and then now I'm like, I'm really coming at you with, like, just straight facts. But from day one, if you guys haven't noticed, I've come at you guys with straight facts. Yes, over the top, absolutely. And, you know, that's just been me from day one. But, you know, I've always come at you with some straight facts at the end of the day. Sure, the scores used to be fucking wacky as shit, because it's like, you know, I wanted to kind of put that extra, you know, on it. But, you know, but there was some wacky ass scores. But, you know, you guys kind of got the point at the end of the day. And that's what I was trying to drive to you guys at home, and also somewhat to the MTA as well, which some of them even got the message. You know, big shout out to the MTA as well. Scrolling. I gotta scroll fast because y'all motherfuckers comment fast, boy. Woo. Well, bring back the old. Okay, so the old videos, what you guys do, you guys basically you guys can go to Amir the Cultivated's channel. He has all of my old material. So I told him I was like, yo, listen, you go ahead and post it up if you want to post it up and stuff like that. Hopefully he's eating good behind it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff. I'm here to make, I'm here to bring up everybody else around me, not just myself alone. You know what I'm saying? It's a platform for everybody to eat. Imagine R32's in an anime. Shit. Fuck around with me, that might just happen. Opinion about Manhattanville getting all of Quill's XD. Okay. To be honest, like in the bus category, I have not been paying attention to anything right now because, again, for me myself personally, there's not really much to fan. Now, if I really was to get back into it, like really sit there and really observe everybody, like all their, everything, like, the bus network entirely in its entirety, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I could easily get back to that and be like, well, here, Quill still got it. Manhattanville, which, to be honest, this still holds up to this day. Quill still got it, and Manhattanville, they're fumbling the ball sometimes. I mean, they're getting the hang of it, but they're fumbling the ball. You guys got to hold the ball. Like, hold it. You know what I'm saying? That M3, man, yo. Mighty could tell you some stories. Which I'll introduce you guys to Mighty very soon. What's on the R143M? I wish more of that would happen. R69. Do I have a Switch? Unfortunately, no. Tutu Sonic Warrior. Right. Plan on doing gaming content. I will do gaming content on my other channel, Knuckles the Echidna. So you guys go ahead and subscribe to that because that's where all the fun stuff would happen. You got all the transit stuff here, and then you got all the miscellaneous stuff over there. I did a video where I was dissing Dr. Eggman. So, and that's from that video that you guys seen on this channel. That's from my other channel. That was to promote that video to you guys. So this way you guys can go and head over to that side. The 12th anniversary of the discontinuation of the V. Yeah. Sadly enough, yeah. Don't remind me. Who's my favorite wrestler? Obviously, it's The Rock. Rail Fanage home station today. Appreciate it. Metallic Madness Acts 2 is fire. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. And it's electrifying no matter what. And just job done with and without the 32s. You goddamn right. Yo, the people's train is always there no matter what. I step on the platform, boom, it's already in there. I'm like, yo. So what I was saying about Broadway is that the way Broadway is run is that the Q and the R and the W, those three trains are the main ones that's supposed to show the fuck up first. There's a reason I say that. Because the people's train's role is straight up backup. That's the role of the people's train. It's backup. It's not supposed to be a main train that's supposed to be at the forefront right there. No, because a lot of people's attention is usually focused on local or the Q specifically because, Church Avenue and shit like that. Riders for the people's train, however, there's not as many people that do ride the people's train, like towards the Brooklyn half. You know what I'm saying? Even though, yes, riders on Sea Beach in the morning, absolutely, hell yeah. And late at night coming back, absolutely, hell yeah. But consistently throughout the day like that, you'll have a sprinkle of people here and there, but it won't be like, like, oh my God, we need a train. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the people's train comes out, it's like, all right, it's here, but it's backup for all the other trains that's there. You know what I'm saying? The people's train, if you really want to look at the people's train service-wise, the people's train is literally meant for the nighttime. Because guess what? Look at it this way. The R's out. So guess what? Who's doing the R's job? The W's out. Who's doing the W's job? When the Q's on that punk ass Q train's on 6th Avenue, guess who's doing the Q's job? When you get rid of the N, that's when you get rid of Broadway. Do we understand this? Okay then. Listen, the R with extra trains still ain't showing up the way it's supposed to. But, you know, it's a shit job and somebody's got to do it, which is the reason why I don't say nothing about the R. 160's on Queens Boulevard. No. Because this is what you need. Yo, the V was hot. Oh, yes. JJ. Freaking W. Awesome Carter ones. Cuomo rap on a G. Yeah. Oh, hell no. Fucking 4. At night? No. You know, that would be cool as fuck if they painted a 188 to look like a 36 World's Fair. I would love to see that. That's where you got my attention for new trains. Sonic Origins, yeah, I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. R662A. Yep. Yeah, Origins is, but you know, it's the original soundtrack from what they was originally supposed to do before MJ showed up. New York City, that would be cool as hell. New York City subway trading cards. Gonna have the People's Train as the Wing Dragon of Raw type shit. Yes, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh too. 79 on the C, too strong. At yes, even without the 32s, the C is still too strong. That is a rule that we're making right now. Even without the 32s, the C is still too strong. Because how the fuck do you still pass your express counterpart? There's 3 of you. Lefferts, Rockaway Park. What's the excuse? Then yet there's 2 C trains that show up at the same time. When you think about the subway cars turning into artificial reefs, well, first of all, that shouldn't have happened in the first place. The only trains that needed to be reef, well, scrapped at that time should have been 44s, because that frame, that train, the sound effects, absolutely, yes, but nah, 44s, the 44s and the 40 slants. And I'm not saying that because it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's 40. No, the thing is that the reason that 40 slants is because, of course, again, frames. It's St. Louis. I mean, you know, it's, you know, those every one of those trains was falling apart. You know, the 38s could have survived that. The 38s could have survived still. You know, 38s could have been recently retired or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We'd have extra trains left over, so this way you ain't got to worry about no shortages or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So 38s could have still survived. 40 mods could have still survived. The phase 2s for damn sure. I don't know what. So the people at the MTA, I got a question. Fuck wrong with y'all? Damn, man. Phase 2s? Really? Because of the breaking? Really? Come on now. Come on. Somebody got to turn that into a GIF. Just, come on, son. Come on. Sips tea. But yeah, so moving on. Awesome, with an awesome R32 E-Train card. Yo, I'm telling you, there's been some shit in my mind that I've been trying to make for the longest, and I'm gonna release it on the well, there's gonna be 2 parts to it. One part is gonna be released on the Knuckles channel, and it's a one big story. One part's gonna be released on the Knuckles channel, the other part's gonna be released on here. You know, so this way both sides can make sense when they come together. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. Will we see any reviews beyond New York? Absolutely. What? Jersey's right after that. Hell yeah. Jersey is directly after that. What? Yo, imagine when I get to Wayne Depot. Sorry, because it's Jersey. Wayne Garage. But yes. Let me see. Queens. 145. Take care, Toronto. See you. I'm gonna save the stream or delete it. I'll delete it. Well, it depends on what you guys want me to do. I mean, I can save it here. You guys can go back to it and stuff like that. You guys can literally, I don't know. It's an hour long. That's all I do know. Was it CBTC on Queens Boulevard is a huge failure. Man, Queens Boulevard in itself nowadays is a huge failure. Let's get into that. R179 on the E. I mean, at this point, why not? Yep. Best era of the subway. That is a fantastic question. Best era of the subway. Boy. Damn. Because I know for a fact there's some old heads on here that will definitely say the 80s and 70s, which much respect to them. Absolutely. And listen, if I was born in those times, yo, I'd highly agree. But I got the 90s. So, the 90s, for sure. You know, that for sure. Like, when the M, like literally the symbol of the company was the M. That, to anybody that's in the MTA that's watching, the M, that M symbol has more respect in New York City than the Pac-Man symbol. I shit you not. It does. It clearly does. Because that just was like, yo, the MTA was nothing to fuck with. See, that's the thing. If the TA can move like, you know, like how, okay, if the TA can move like how Philly moves, then we'd be all right. Because the thing is that, you know, Philly don't play that. And that's how New York City got to be. You know what I'm saying? New York City don't play that. We have to be like that. You know, because these people out here are ridiculous. Just simple as that. Yo, there's too many people that's getting killed and stuff like that on the job and stuff like that. It's so many things that we got to work on. And that's, as a unit in itself, that's the thing that we got to push towards, is like really like letting people know, like, yo, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if I was literally the head of transit, and I kid you not, if I was the head of transit, you see all these people riding in the subway, you know, I'm like on the top of the trains and stuff like that. Listen, to be honest, yo, I keep trains pushing. You wanna know why? Because look, it's your own dumb decision to get up on top of the train, first of all. You know what I'm saying? The Darwin Award goes to whoever decided to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ride on the outside of the train, on top of the train, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we gotta keep things keep things pushing. All right. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna delay everybody and stuff like that. And hence the reason why a lot of times it's like, yo, shit be fucked up throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I'll be on some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not trying to be heartless or anything like that. It's just, listen, you decided to make the decision to go and do that. So if you get fucked up, guess what? That's on you, Playboy, not us. We just running trains. We just moving buses. You know what I'm saying? Well, what routes do you think the 46 have the final run on? The A, the People's Train, the F. Yeah. The A, the People's Train, the F. The R, maybe. But the F and the People's Train for sure. Like, those two, damn sure. And a full-length G train just for shits and giggles. Or the C. Oh, 2023. Oh, no, not 2023. No, probably 2023 for both The People's Train and Jackie Gleason for those reviews coming out. The F might be sooner than you guys think. Because I know I hinted that in the M review. Do you like the PA5 on Path? Yeah, PA5s is cool. PA5, PA1 through 5 is cool. I'm cool with them. 143 on the end. That'd be funny as hell. That would be hilarious. But it'd be a sight to see. Wouldn't be the first time the People's Trains ran shorter cars. Do you think the one should be extended to Red Hood? Well, with the way this shit's looking, to IKEA, that'd be cool. That'd still be cool. It's just, do they have the ability to do it is the question. That's the real question. Dogs a week. Oh, of course, Eggman. So everybody who's in the chat, Anvil Man 603, that's Eggman. If you guys wanted to know. Are you gonna ride the 211s next month? Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely be on there. Mobile Command Unit is nicknamed the Phoenix, right? I think that's it. I know because there's a game called Roblox, so yes, I know about it. They host a bunch of other games too, and there's this one transit game called PTA Cala. Oh, the shit fades out. Made by PTA and Potato Commuter. It hosts the N and Q trains. Hey, I've seen a lot of. Listen, if you guys thought I didn't watch those things, I watch all of those. Listen, especially ones of the People's Train, the 32s on the end. Oh my God, they look more and more beautiful as each day goes by. And I'm looking at the BVE guys. Big shout out to the BVE guys as well. Yo, listen, them 32s on the end. Oh my God, the whistle, that phase 2 whistle. Yo, that is life. That was my life. That. I sip to that. Damn, the dubs. Absolutely. Damn W. The damn W. That's the new thing that I'm trying to push out there for the W. The damn W. Have Jim Ross come out of nowhere and say that shit. 1201 months ago. Okay. Nice review. Oh, okay, so Nice Bus. I'll do Long Island Bus again. But this time better. As far as Nice Bus is concerned, nah, I'd rather keep it Long Island Bus. Like, cause if I was to do a Nice Bus, so here's my whole thought on a Nice Bus. The way that it happened, it shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. So when Nice Bus came around, literally the long and short of it is that everything went to shit. And once it got to the Gilligs, I'm like, nah, bruh. The Excelsiors was a cool choice to have in there, but nah, the Gilligs. Listen, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I can't get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I'll make your face the greatest face in all of Korodai, or else you will die. Still talk to Chris? Oh yeah, absolutely. Hell, what you call it? Shit, he's doing pretty good right now. He's just busy working Uber, and Uber's been shit in the bed. Shit in the bed, hard body. Bronx Bus redesign, I'm alright with it. I mean, for the most part, I haven't seen anything yet, but, it's like, if they feel like they can change some shit, then, Is that Brian on the chat? I see Brian's name. What's going on, Brian? Because I see your name tagged somewhere, but I didn't see you. Do you think the D should go to Park Place? The D? Really? What, on a shuttle? Hold on 1 second. Let me make this before your mom starts ODing. Yeah. So yeah, had to let the kitties out. Yeah. My DJ Armadillo, yes sir, absolutely. Don't hit me started on the rock, you won't stop. Listen, it's already too late. It's too late, Eggman. It's too late. Trying to move through the comments as fast as I can. Trying to keep up with you guys. Yeah, so Brian is there. All right, so what's up, Brian? Opinion on John Cena. Still a fruity pebble, but he's mad cool. I'm jealous you got to meet. Oh, yo, listen, Etika was my guy, man. Yo, Etika was my boy. Like, for real. If you guys want a little backstory on that, like, Etika, you know, we was tight. You know, I was, what was it? Like, every time when me and him would be around each other or something like that, you know, it was always lit. You know, with him, you know, we had a conversation. We was on the A. It was on 46. We was in a cranberry tube between Fulton Street, Broadway, Nassau, and High Street. It's heading towards Brooklyn, towards this new place. And we was talking, and you know, he was telling me, he was like, "Yo, you know, I see what you do and stuff like that on YouTube." And he was like, yo, like, I would love to be a part of that, yo, because it's, like, mad cool. It's something, like, he had never seen before. So you would have had Etika in these videos as well. Because, you know, of course, with his crazy ass, he would have sat up there and literally told his whole, like, experience in the subway and all of that shit. So, like, that'd have been cool. You'd have seen me and him, like, going at it, just being stupid on the videos and stuff like that. So, you know. But, you know, hopefully, if anything, you know, there's more guys that's out there, you know, more big guys, top guys that's out there on YouTube that'll see us. And it's like, through seeing us, it's like they'll see all the rest of you guys that's on here on YouTube. Like, you know, listen, that transit is also a big thing that is on YouTube, that, you know, it's a community that does deserve respect as well. You know what I'm saying? We're on the automotive side of things on YouTube, which doesn't really get that much attention like that, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to really make transit pop. You know, that's the goal on my end, is that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like to make it pop to where you guys also benefit from it as well. You know what I'm saying? Where you guys, I can make a video where you guys put a smile on your face at the end of it. Like, once you're done watching it, it's like you guys had a good laugh. You guys had a great time, stuff like that. Shit like that is what I look for. Speaking of the people straying, we currently on Sea Beach. Oh, you lucky dog, you. Fantastic. What do you like better, R32's Phase 1 or Phase 2? I love the Phase 2s. I love both of them. Both of them together equally. But the Phase 2's got that cherry on top, that whistle, that did it. That did it. And then it's just that presence. The E was like, yo, the E was that dude. The E had that presence. So, you know, that's why I'm like, nah, that Phase 2, like, yo, it's like when the E pulled up in a station, back then when I was little, it was like, yo, I felt intimidated as shit. Because I'm like, I knew for a fact, ooh. The cats are fighting each other. But yeah, what was it? When the E was when it had 32s and stuff like that back then, Phase 2s, I was intimidated as shit. But that's because of the fact that, yo, like, them 32s, man, you knew them shits went fast. You knew them shits went fast as hell. And Lord knows when you stepped on one of them bitches, yo, they flew their asses in. Stand at 71st Continental Avenue, at the very front on the Manhattan side, and watch a Queens-bound train come in. That shit said it all. Was it in the forest hills, which might happen soon from what I'm hearing. One review remake. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. The 1, 2, and 3, I've been thinking about those remakes for those. All right, that's yeah. That's Carnival Night Act 2. Right? 143 on the C line. Yeah, everybody's talking about 143 on the C. What do you think? 211s on the People's Train. I would love to see the two. To be honest, I've been having this idea in my head for the longest time, and it was like, that would really make the debut of the 211s pop like a motherfucker. If you had the People's Fan Trip. Now follow me on this one, right? So the People's Train, you have the 32 on one end, on one track, and then you have 211 on the other track. And you'll have the People's Train head down first from Astoria, from Ditmars, and track one, head down. Behind that would be the 211 and introduce the future of transit. You know what I'm saying? Like, in between the stops, the people on the crew that's on the People's Train will be like, yeah, this is a Coney Island bound N train. There's the new R211 subway car is behind this train. Stay on the platform if you want to catch it. And that would be like on a weekend or something like that when the trains are not like as active. You know what I'm saying? So that would be one hell of a trip. Have that go down from Astoria to Mars, travel down, and then back up, and then down to the yard, down Coney Island, down to Coney Island. 2 round trips. That sound about right. And then have them go back into the yard, and then that's it. But that's what I would call the People's Fan Trip. Now, the thing is, with that, I was thinking of like for a birthday trip. If I had or not really a birthday trip, but basically a how do I call it? Whatever date that the People's Train was officially born on. I would have had a trip where, like, I would have a fan trip where you guys would come with me to fan the People's Train, and then it's like, while we're fanning, randomly, if the MTA felt like it, they will randomly throw a 32 on there, and then we run and catch that bitch. Randomly. That's just randomly though. So like, or if I work with them and tell them like, yo, I like to have a 32, because listen, every other company has done it. Why can't we? You know what I'm saying? To have a 32, but you got to pay for it though. Have a 32 out of Ditmars. We all meet at a certain time. We take that down. It'd be a beach day. We'll go and have fun at the beach. And then after that, they'll, once it gets down to Coney Island, they'll put it in the yard. They'll wait for us to be done with the beach and stuff like that. And then after that, it'll come back out, and then we'll go up. It takes us, 32 comes back out. We go from Coney Island, takes us up to the People's area, and then we go to a diner or something like that, and we all eat and shit like that, whoever's on the trip. And then the trip ends there. You know what I'm saying? We see the People's Train leave out, and then everybody goes home from there. Some shit like that. That's what I've been working with in my head. You know what I mean? But, again, it's always to give to the people. Always. So I'm pretty sure I'm behind, so let me speed all the way up to the very first comments, actually. Yeah, no, to be honest with John Doe, to be honest with you, like, it's like if you really want to attract the people's attention, then guess what? Look no further than the People's Train. It's like, yo, everybody knows of the People's Train's existence now, especially with us. Forget it. That is the People's Train for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And then, hell, people's going to act buck wild on the A. You know what I'm saying? The E is another one people going to act buck wild on and stuff like that. Even though, yes, that is a good option to throw it on the E as well. But you don't want, like, dumb shit happening. So the least amount of dumb shit to happen would be on the People's Train, to be honest with you. Then if something goes wrong, guess what? Coney Island Yard's right there. There you go. There's a lot of relay points just in case. Things like that, all that. Oh, thank you, Sonic William 25. Yeah, thank you so much. It was a long waited much weighted documentary, believe me. And like everybody was sitting there like, when fuck is it coming out? You know. But yeah. Oh, Nathan's famous, yeah. Sometime was it sometime 2020? Oh, okay, 2033. I guess you guys. Well, I guess Brian's probably answering somebody, but 2030s. Yeah. Any idea on continuing Bus Depot reviews? Yes, definitely. We'll be continuing Bus Depot reviews, like without a doubt. That's definitely gonna happen. I don't know which one I'll start with, but that's for me to know and for you guys to find out. Because I love fucking with you guys like that. What's your favorite Sonic audio / song? My favorite piece of Sonic audio ever. That's a very hard question because it's like, yo, there's way too much shit. This is Sonic we talking about. This is Sega. Yo, they are number one for music. Right behind them would be Namco, like the dudes that made Tekken and stuff like that. Like, stuff like that, yeah. I would say my favorite piece of music. Okay, so there's 3 answers to that. There's my theme from Sonic Adventure 2. That is, for me, at my core, that is my most favorite theme song ever, because it speaks to the soul. It's not like Sonic Adventure 1 where it puts me to sleep, like, here I come, rougher than the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though that song is cool as hell, but Sonic Adventure 2 with 100p, yo, that shit, oh my God. Big shout out to 100p if he's listening to, he's watching. But yeah, yeah, yo, that. The second would be, of course, Catch Me If You Can from Sonic Rider Zero Gravity. That, what? Oh my God. Catch me. Yeah. And the third would be Aquatic Capital from Zero Gravity as well. Because, Lord have mercy, what in the world was they thinking with that soundtrack? That is too damn good for that water effect and all that. I'm like, ooh, damn. So Aquatic Capital I use for Sea Beach. So the end's theme songs is actually in 3 sections. You have, of course, in the People's area from Astoria Dip Morris to Queensboro Plaza. You have the, Catch Me If You Can and stuff like that. When it hits Broadway, the Rock's theme song specifically, the Rock's theme song from 2002, the unused song of the Rocks. That right there that's for Broadway, when the People's Train's on Broadway. But when it's on Sea Beach, like 4th Avenue Sea Beach, that right there becomes Aquatic Capital. And that's all 3 end themes, is that. So the end has 3 themes. But, but you can select between each one that fits for you guys, whatever. Do you view Brighton as a second best line behind Sea Beach? Absolutely. Yo, absolutely. That goes without saying. Behind that would be Culver. And then after that would be West End, because, we all know that West End, everybody on West End bitches and complains about everything. I mean, that's the one thing I wanted to add to the B review is that, yo, people on West End bitch about everything. They bitch to high hell and back. What's better, at WWE, AEW? To be honest, in both sides, they both have their own shit. If you're looking for like that raw, like Eggman can tell you, if you're looking for that raw, like wrestling, then you got AEW for that. If you want like a flow of like how the stuff that you grew up with and stuff like that, like the theatrics and stuff like that, then you got WWE. The glossy wrestling, stuff like that. But the Attitude Era, and now if you would ask me the Attitude Era of WWE and AEW, now that right there is a hard ass question. Because Lord have mercy, I would have said WWE Attitude Era, because Rock took everybody out. I'm sorry. Rock took everybody. Did you see what the fuck happened to Billy Gunn? He's like, Billy Gunn, at that point, Billy, your house started to shake. The heavens opened up, and God himself said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. That, I can never forget that as long as I live. So, yeah. I know everybody's talking about Jackie Gleason. College Point, yes. College Point's definitely. And matter of fact, I might do College Point next. Might do that. Oh, yeah. The Flatbush Depot. Excelsior. And, what's it called? The B4 Tewan. Bombacla. Love Press Garnack One's music. Oh, that, yeah. So that's number 4. So the 9 Train really came out beautiful with that. That's number 4. Would be Press Garden Act 1. Like, and Etika liked Act 2. Etika's thing was Act 2. My thing was Act 1. I love going through Press Garden. Like everybody, I know everybody loves Press Garden Act 2, but I love going through and listening to the music of Press Garden Act 1. That is my favorite stage in the entire Sonic Mania. Is that yo, what's going on, J Train? Captain N Train, of course. I know everybody's talking about Jackie Gleason. Woo! Y'all really want Jackie Gleason, huh? I guess because it's the last Brooklyn Depot that I haven't done. Actually, now that I think about it, I've done everything else. I've done Grand Avenue. I've done Flatbush. I've done East New York, Ulmer Park. Yeah. Fresh Pond. Yeah. I've literally done everything else but Jackie Gleason. Yeah. But that's because I wanted Jackie Gleason to be the best that I've ever done. Like, I want you guys to see Jackie Gleason and be like, yo, anything that I do after that is not touching that shit. That's the shit that I'm trying to aim for. That and maybe Michael J. Quill, because that's another one. Listen, like I said, nobody can reach that level of clean. You can be the cleanest motherfucker on the planet. There ain't nobody cleaner than Michael J. Quill. I see dot. The return of the dots. Yep. Dot. Through Traffic is for the 5. Yo, I made a new mix for the 5 actually. Through Traffic. It's mixed with Big Band's theme from Skullgirls. If you guys ever heard of that game. But yeah, like that. The 5. Oh my god, like that. Took the master remote. I'm gonna kill you. No. Even when the B ran alone on the West End, folks complained, hell yeah, yo, West End bitches the high hell and back. They weren't, well, they're almost as worse, well, they're almost as bad as the E-Riders. But yo, the E-Riders. Did I remind you of Malcolm Smith and Springfield Gardens? Yeah, so Eggman says it right there. WWE is a soap opera for men, and AEW is for technical wrestling. There you go. Yep. Cummins L9N or was it DD50G or EGR or Cummins L10? Okay, so if I had a choice between 2, well, shit. Actually, you know what? That DD50G though. Ooh, Orion 5 oranges. Oh God. Oh God. Listen, everybody loves the Orion 5 shorts. Everybody loves the Orion 5 greens. Let me tell you something. The oranges, oh my God. That was the best thing that Orion ever made because they were fucking solid. They were solid as fuck. Oh my God. No, the Orion 5 oranges was that dude that's with the skateboard. He's standing outside and he's talking about the 1700s. His hair, whack. His beard, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way he likes to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. Those are the Orion 5 oranges. You know, the 1600s, or the late 1600s and shit like that. Yeah. 1679, of course, was my favorite bus out of all of them. 1697 was another one. But 1679 was my favorite. Excelsior gang. Yeah. Kingsbridge, I will definitely do Kingsbridge. And Kingsbridge, I got to give respect to because, yo, they got to deal with the concourse. Yo, the fact you got to deal with the concourse, yo, bro. Listen, you got respect in my book because, yo, to even make it to the other side of the concourse, from one end to the other, you got it. You definitely got it. Flatbush's childhood. How much is tournament medals? No idea. Press Garden, yes, sir. College Point. But yeah, to answer that question, yes. Shit, L10Gs for sure is a damn good one. DD50G, absolutely. But for me, Series 50, oh God. Series 50 RTS. Oh God, the Series 50 RTS. Some Captain N Train, no starting riots on the sea beach. Nah, not today. I'm chilling. I gotta clear up this sore throat I got. You know, it's from between yelling and of course caught a slight cold, but I'm alright. Drinking tea. You know, your boy's chilling. You know, ain't stopped me. Your boy's doing fantastic. I've been chilling all this time. I've been really chilling all this time. Jack Lee's and so godly. You goddamn right. The B35 be dope. It do be dope. But there's a lot of dopes that ride the B35. So yeah. A true AEW is the closest thing we have to the Attitude Era. That is a damn sure fact. Do you know the way? Of course I know the way. I am the way, motherfucker. You do not know. You know not know the way. I know the way. You're going to see the Lord today. The servers are the seven. Oh, the servers are the seven chaos. Chaos is power. Power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. Only you can do this. Stop the chaos emeralds. Now we stop. Yeah, dire. Yeah, die. You must have Ebola to know the way. Apparently, yeah. And so the E joke, I'm not sure if people knew that the E, that, you know, because I seen people use Markiplier's phrase for the E joke. I'm not sure if they took that from where, you know, what we got with the whole, you know, E shit, the E thing. So, but I guess that's, I guess that E joke is basically for, you know, the super version of the E joke with Markiplier, I guess. Like our shit. I don't know. Some dumb shit. Protect the queen, always. What do you, Knuckles, what do you think the finest new bus in the MTA right now? The finest new bus in the MTA right now, I'd probably say would be the Excelsior, the Novas. The newest Novas is coming in, like the hybrid joints. Like, I'm like, all right, those are cool. Those are all right. You know, I like the LFSs. They're all right. You know. But Excelsior, listen, I give the Excelsiors credit. They look fantastic. As a bus, they look fantastic. But if my life depended on it, I'm gonna have to stick with the Nova. But the C40LFs still are my number one for this entire system right now. If you really want to know what my opinion is right now, the C40LFs are the best thing going right now for me. So that's just what it is, you know. Oh yes, and I'm an Orange Cassidy fan, absolutely. Because that dude, the dots returned again. What are you? What is it? What are you supposed to expect? I don't know. Just dots. What was to say? Ryan Files 2006. You always canceled. And 2006 is great. Oh yeah, of course. Hey, listen, I'm not proving. Listen, I'm not saying anything against that. You know, 1996 RTS is the greatest RTS ever. I'm not going against that. Why? Because I get it. The air starter. I totally understand that shit. Yo, what? I get all of that shit. I definitely get that. Like for me, yo, the 1993-94 RTSs, Jamaica bus. Oh, yo, Queen Surface, Triborough, Green Lines, even Command. I'm like, oh God, baby. MTA at the time. Oh, baby. All I can think too is Alcoa rims. Alcoa rims on an RTS is sexy. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody say. Evil R460 trade. Yeah, unfortunately, 32E is something that is dead. Unfortunately, But one thing that the MTA should have done was literally run the 32s on each and every line, because guess what? You're giving back to the fans, because guess what? You're moving from an older generation to a newer generation. So now listen, if this is the step that you want to take, you go out with a bang. So this way, everybody's gotten their rocks off with riding a 32 on their respective lines, the way they want to ride their respective lines. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been cool, But they ran the trip the way they ran it. It was unseasoned. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have any lorries to it. No pepper, no salt, nothing. It was just unseasoned. It was on the queue. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a lot bigger than it was, because let me tell you something. That last R32 trip, that was the biggest trip, the biggest farewell of all time to date. You had literally every single person on every single platform, each and every platform that there ever was. Where that 32 that went was all packed. Didn't matter where it was. You had people on the fucking bridge at the same time. You had people riding with the train at the same time. You had people on other trains recording it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That shit, yo, listen. The Redbirds didn't even get nothing like that. That just was like, woo. That'll tell you right then and there. People came from Alaska and freaking New Zealand and Japan and all this other crazy ass shit just to ride the 32s. That'll tell you exactly where those cars stood. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see that nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've seen the old Redbird clips and stuff like that too. And yes, absolutely. The Redbirds would be number 2 on the list for that. Absolutely. They have the reign of the Redbirds. But on the other side of that, the 32 should have their shit for the leather lines. Because they stood the test of time, and they literally avoided death. They cheated death like 4-5 times in a row. Which I'm still laughing at to this day. And the people that's still talking shit about the 32s, let me tell you something. The fact that those trains have still got you tight speaks volumes, because they ain't even here no more. So the fact that you talking shit, you putting energy into that shit, it's like, yo, they gone. Let it go. We get it. 32s are gone. We looking at 211s now. Eat your food. Shit. East New York almost getting electric. Yeah. Yeah, well, they got hybrids and stuff like they going 100%, I think, from last I checked. What's your gaming channel name? I don't have a gaming channel, but I do have another channel. That's Knuckles the Echidna. That's literally the channel's name. And the channel has my symbol, like the icon is red. It's red with the knuckle symbol. Oh, he was up. Just got home not too long ago. Was in Coney. Oh shit. Hope you had a good time out there. Weather was nice. 86 should, y'all. 8600 should have stayed a little bit longer. What? Yeah, 1991 I had RTS at they did that turbos, boy. Oh God. Dots. The Z train launched in 1988. Speaking of Amtrak, love the Acceler. Shit, you might see us do that shit too. Oh, the 7000. Oh, Kal-El. Riding them shits on a B41. Ew. Ew. That's a new thing, right? So my boy Scourge, right? He has this thing where he literally says L, and that's like something like lit. You know what I'm saying? That's basically saying that something's lit. So it's ULL. That's the spelling for it. L. So it's like, what you call it? So when we talk about the 32s, we're like, yo, 32s, L. So shit like that. Some dumb shit. But yeah. So and then what you call it? You add extra L's depending on how good it is. It's like L with the freaking like you type it in the comments like L with the L, like a whole bunch of L's and shit. Oh, let me tell you something. The one train is the most loyal train in New York City Transit. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is loyal as fuck. That shit is loyal as fuck. That right there. Yo, I've seen some 5100s and stuff like that run up in the Bronx before. You know, in the BX1 and stuff like that. Seen it on BX15 and all of that stuff, you know. So, two trains going on. Weather was booming, he says. Yep. Amir, what's going on? Yeah, so let me see. Do I have more? No. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, word. Nah, the one train was, yo, one train is loyal as fuck. That just goes without saying. Listen, Jackie Gleason had everything. Jackie Gleason had it all. Where everything went through Jackie Gleason, no matter what it was. Yep. But yeah. Come 2025, 26, the MTA's Orion fleet would drop to 0. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, yo, those 62As on the ones, yo, bro. It ain't getting no better than that. Let me wipe the screen for a second. Hold up. And then answer the door at the same time. So I gotta like do two things at once. And I'm live. So yeah, I got my boy Scourge here. On top of that, he's a year. Yeah, multitasking, right? Exactly, multitasking. So I let him know. I told him I was like, "Yo," I said, "Oh, is a thing now." Yo, oh. Was it playing Team Sonic Racing? Nothing. Hey, appreciate you. Next gens will be going by 2026, and you know what? I'd be happy as hell. Yo, Zach, what's going on, man? Yo, good shit, man. Good shit. Thank you for all the artwork that you've given me throughout the years, bro. Oh my God, what? I still look at that shit to this day. Just waiting for more bus contracts to be awarded. Yo, oh my God. Oh, Brian, by the way, I hope you enjoyed the V review, because yo, I thought I literally at that whole entire time when I was making it, I just thought of you. I was like, yo, I gotta make the V review. But you guys know for a damn sure fact that anything that leaves out of Second Avenue, I don't care what it is, anything that leaves out of Second Avenue is already considered a V. Period. That's it. I won't hear shit. Unless it's proven otherwise. If they say literally, oh yeah, you know, this is literally an M train or D train or some shit like that. If they don't say nothing, it just be like, oh, that's a holiday train, that's a V. I don't care. Yo, somebody said, yo, Excelsior was in 76 Cherry Studios. Excelsior's is L. With the U and the LL. Yo, L. Uh-oh. Yo, there you go. Yo, L. L. Word. The Rock on the end train. Yo, it will happen. Coming hello high water, it will happen. The Rock says it will happen. No. Let me see. A Knuckles plush. Hey, I like that. I actually have Knuckles plush of my own. Well, I have Knuckles plush, the Knuckles toy, my gloves, myself. Nah. But yeah, nah, I appreciate that. If you look at my channel, I have some old archives. Yo, thank you, Kal-El. Motherfucking Superman out here and shit. We gotta get The Rock to DM you. Yo, what? If you guys could do that shit to get The Rock himself to DM me on Instagram, yo, listen, I'll be forever grateful and make literally what with the content that I'm gonna make for y'all behind that. Oh, baby. If you want some crazy ass review, especially the People's Train, oh, what? Listen, I love y'all forever. I mean, I already do now, but you know, behind that, listen. That's where that's some shit where it's like, yo, if that's something like that does happen, then you probably got me reviewing the fucking K or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh my goodness. What? What? Oh my Lord. And I ain't even got no footage of K. Yo. So John Doe, he says, what is it? The Orion 5 CNGs was L. Yo, L. Yo, they were L. They were L. Like all the way L. Word. Yo, L. Gleason basically pioneered the Orion 5 CNGs. Gleason pioneered a lot of shit. I mean, shit, yo, to be honest with you, they pioneered a whole bunch of shit. Word. They pioneered a whole bunch of shit. Right on the S private bus line, Orion 5 CNG on the N6 was straight fire. Absolutely, Brian. I could agree with you. What? Oh my God. Oh my Lord. But yo, I see what RS-142A4 train official just put. And yes, the Orion 7 CNG old gens. L. That's a super L. Oh my God. That is the loudest goddamn bus we ever had in life. I'm pissed off that we ain't keep them shits. Oh my God. What? Oh, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Dodge 15, you got a question. Was there a reason why the 44s from Staten Island Railroad wasn't retired in late 2010, along with the New York City Transit units? Well, basically, sorry. Basically, what is it? With those, I'm pretty sure Brian could probably answer the question better than I can. But basically, that was that whole thing of like, you know, they was like, all right, they're gonna retire the 44s and stuff like that. So it was like they came up with a decision. It was like, all right, we're gonna retire the 32s or we're gonna retire the 44s. And yo, the condition of the 44s was fucked. So Staten Island Railroad, they kept theirs because it was a little bit better condition, even though, yeah, they are out by salt water. And we all know how 44s were by salt water. 621. It's like, that's what The Rock is cooking. Oh, absolutely. You're damn right, that's what The Rock is cooking. Oh, the MCI Classics, hell yeah. Oh my God. What? I used to ride the Green Lines on MCI Classics with the back door and shit. I was in that shit. Because, of course, I lived by the Q11. My last RTS, private line RTS that I ever rode was an ex-Green Line RTS on a Q9. That was my very last RTS that I ever rode. Like, on as far as, like, private line RTSs are concerned. R32 F train. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't get me started on that. That was life. That was life. R32K train was dope back in the day. I remember. Yo, J train. Yo, I can safely say through some roll sign changing and some and some geo magic. Let's put it that way. I was able to ride a K train, surprisingly enough. But it was basically it was a C train that was going from 168 to World Trade Center. They, you know, when the C was doing that shit, and then we switched the sign to K, and we had a K train. So we did that. But you know, of course, we switched the signs back because you know we wasn't assholes, even though we are assholes. But we wasn't assholes, so we switched the signs back. But yeah, I can say I had my fair chance to ride a K in some weird ass way, shape, or form. 628s look good on the 2. They do. Hey, listen, I gotta give Ducey credit. I mean, yo, there's some shit that be on the 2, and by the way, that's the new nickname for the 2, Ducey. So, you know, that Redbirds, 62s, anything other than 142 is cool on the 2. We all know this. No, Mitchell Field Depot did it for the Orion 5 CNGs. No, because I'm thinking, so I'm not laughing about what you said. I'm thinking about it because the way you said it sounded like Rikishi. I did it for the Rock. I did it for the people. Oh, shut your mouth, you thought wearing fatty. Yo, Mitchell Field Depot was fucking Rikishi at the time. I did it for the Orion 5 CNGs. R40 slants on a B and N. L. Yo, L. That's a L in itself. L. Hell yeah. What? So I see 44 comments. The Shadow Wolf. I see what's going on. Liberty Line on the BX1, BXM1, 80 miles an hour. Wait, I remember on a Liberty Line Classic on a BXM1, and the driver did 80 miles per hour, all green lights. Lord have mercy, why do I feel like I know who that driver was? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I will leave it at that. As an oh, yes. Oh, yes. I will leave that shit at that. Woo. Because, oh, no. The theme of in the early mid 2000s would be Leaf Storm, Maximum Sonic Rush. Well, so that theme in itself, Leaf Storm in itself, right there, right on, that's the F's theme. But 46s, 32s, you know, all the old stuff for the F, that was that. Anything new, like the 160 shit. Yeah, the 160 Alstoms, it's like, that's non-aggression. Non-aggression from Sonic Advance 3 would be for the 160 Alstoms on the F. The Siemens 160s would be right there, right on the Blaze version from Sonic Rush. That's how that would work. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see the level of festivity of where it's going. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. Is you meet Charles or Juggernaut? Thoughts on the new Prevost? I mean, listen, you know, if the Wonder Bread company's making more buses, then, yo, it is what it is. But I'm all right with them. I'm all right. I'll ever talk about CTA. Yo, CTA, let me tell you something. I went out there. There's a station that we call Demon. Even though it's Damon, we call it Demon because of the way it sounds. Demon is next. But yeah, but I'll definitely talk about CTA at some other time for sure. Word, CTA is lit as fuck. But yeah, so basically, long and short, everything is, uh, yeah, yeah. Long and short, everything is that basically right now as we speak, what my plan is basically I'm gonna head over to the other channel, the Knuckles channel, and I'm gonna make some more content there. So I'm kind of giving each channel some content. So I'm feeding each channel as I go along. So and with you guys helping me to put my content out there, promote the content and stuff like that, all of our stuff, you know, that in itself, we thank you guys for that like tenfold. And we see and we know exactly who's our real supporters and stuff like that. Don't think we're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting here editing videos and stuff like that, and I see exactly all the people who comment. So it's like, there's gonna be a day where I get to a point where I literally have like the following that I need, and those who are commenting on my, like, let's say my live streams and stuff like that, those who are commenting on my live streams and shit, literally I'll definitely see you guys, even if you like do that whole, I know there's that whole super chat thing or something like that people do. I don't know how to listen. I'm just getting back into the shit of like how this shit works. But like you guys probably won't even need that with me, because I'm like, I try to read every single comment that actually comes through and stuff like that. But if we ever get to a point where we're like huge as hell and we got to sift through comments and stuff like that, trust me, I remember exactly everybody who's been in there since day one. You know what I'm saying? I never forget you guys for the life of me. Any plans to doing skits featuring Austin Million and others? Oh. Oh. See you later, Jermaine. Good shit. Good talking with you. But yeah, in terms of Austin Million, oh, baby, there's gonna be some good shit coming your way. There's gonna be some good shit headed that direction. Ooh, what? Yo, especially the style I do my videos in now, forget it. So now I'm taking everything out of live action, and I'm doing everything in just like, still form, like pictures and stuff like that, still form. It's easier. I don't have to call anybody. I can just easily just take everything myself and stuff like that. It's as simple as that. Where's that goated F review? Soon. Oh, to answer E-Train Productions question, John Moxley or Dean Ambrose? Both. Just both. I'm a fan of the Shield, but both. You know that foot dot signs are capable of showing numbers and what? Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. You feel like it's the best SBS in New York City? The M60. If there's no traffic, the M60. To be honest, to be perfectly honest. So to be honest, your review of why the To be honest, your review of why the G needs to return to 71st would be the most valid. Yo, I mean, listen, if the MTA is watching this, if somebody from there is watching this and planning or whatever the case may be, yo, you send the G to fucking 71st, come on now. Like, that's extra service on Queens Boulevard, which we desperately need over there, because good Lord, the E is the only one at night. Y'all neutered the hell out of Queens Boulevard. I'm like, yo, what happened? That's like when y'all neutered Red Hook, when y'all took out the B71, the B77, freaking brought the B57's freaking punk ass down there and shit like that, running on B75 time. Who does that? Who? Yeah, what, the 52 and the 53 do get my respect as well, because cross bang and stuff like that. So absolutely, but for me, the M60, and that's because of the fact that it's like, all right, you're running through 125. The fact that you can make it across 125 to begin with, yo, you the undisputed champ, man. Because driving through 125 is a pain in the ass to begin with. Listen, it's not like you on freaking Cross Bay. You got a whole open road and stuff like that to get from one end to the other. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then the 53 back then when it was like limited and express and stuff like that, Triborough and all of that. That's the 53 I respect. The 53 now, I'm like, okay. It's a shadow of its former self. You know, the 52, I'm like, all right. You know, that's in terms of select buses, though. But yeah. Is there a people's bus? When the Q19 was out of LaGuardia, yeah. When I want to say the Q101. The Q101. Because it literally goes right up through Steinway. Q101 is the people's bus. Yeah. That goes right in the heart of the people's area. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be Q101. The B51. We have to sit here for a few seconds and talk about the B51. The reason I say that is because the B51 in the blackout of 2003, and I don't want to hear shit, that was the only bus to run back and forth from Brooklyn to Manhattan and take everybody. Jackie Gleason was at the forefront of getting people the way they needed to go. Hence the reason why I'm like, yo, I got massive amounts of respect for Jackie Gleason. Because they didn't give a fuck what the fuck is going on. They're like, word? Blackout? Oh, bet. No problem. So they took the B51, put extra service on that bitch, and guess what? You get from point A, which is Park Road, downtown Manhattan, to point B, which is basically downtown Brooklyn, right next to Dwayne Reed. But we call it Dwayne Reed. But yes, that shit, the B51 is goated. Oh. Right, oh. Word. The B52, Gates Ave, nigga. But I always make the jokes on the B52. But the B, for specific reason why I made the B52 Gates Ave nigga joke, because that was from Javier, who unfortunately had passed away. You know, he was liked by many, hated by many. You know, it was a mixed bag. But, you know, all in all, you know, he was a fan. He was one of us. So, you know, I make the B52 joke all the time. You know, and I'll still keep that trend continuing. B52 via Gates. Word. Yeah, everybody talking about B52 Gates. Let me see. Is Knuckles' what? Is the N or Q worse along Broadway? Well, it was like I was saying before. Yeah, it was like I was saying before. You know, when it comes to Broadway in itself, there's a way shit works. Things shut down. Basically, each and every line shuts down in sections. You know, you got the W that shuts down first. Then the N's got to pick up the slack for the W. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, all right, now you got the R shutting down next. Then the People's Train again has to pick up the slack for the R. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the Q is still running express. So you basically get the best of both worlds on Broadway. So the N and the Q both together, it's like, how do I put it? How do I put that? Both are like, you know, needed on Broadway. You know, they definitely are. But, you know, you definitely need the People's Train on Broadway. Like, to be honest, out of every train that's over on Broadway, the People's Train is the most important one on Broadway. Because that literally goes every single place that needs somebody to stop at. Like, every single station. You know, DeKalb to what you call it, to 14th, Canal, stuff like that. It goes through literally everything. It picks up everybody. Nixon, BVE, what's up, man? I would love to see more BVE videos of 32 ends because that shit is like my crack. Oh my God. What do you think is the best line on Lexington? Lord have mercy. Each one of them has their own shit with it. For me personally, it's the 5 because I've never had anything I've never had bullshit happen to me on a 5, ever. The 4, absolutely. The 6, hit and miss, but the 5, I've never really had a problem with the 5. Because again, the 5 is not the main train that's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be the 4 and the 6. Everything else is covered. Listen, the 2 covers the Bronx. The 4 and the 5, the 4 and the 6 handle Lexington. The 5 is just there to be there as extra service. So if shit break out, guess what? You got a 5. Take 5. With the R went to the Astoria with the N and the W was replaced. Well, whew. This happened. This happened before. But the R needs a yard. It is what it is. Because when the R went to Astoria, to the People's area, literally Ditmars, it had no yard. So that was the issue. So now that they switched it over to 71st, it makes sense because the R now has the yard. That's why the R is like, there's a lot of work that the R had to do to get to at least this point. Again, the R is a shit job, but somebody's got to do it. You support the idea of MTA taking over SCT. Listen, that whole 6 o'clock ending bus time bullshit. Oh my God, what the hell is that? Like, yo, 6 o'clock, every bus shut down. There's people that travel at night. Yo, not everybody got a car. But, I'd be all right with it, if MTA did that. Because then guess what? They got Boston, New York. That's what they're looking for. Buff Knuckles with his man voice. Ah, yes, my man voice for the 5. Yes, da. The M train could be basically other color because it runs everywhere. Basically. So is the C. The C could be every color because it runs everywhere. That shit is too strong for a reason. It's a mainline train that could go to an Eastern Division line and still make stops. And still be in the right. And still show up faster than what the fuck's supposed to be there. Oh my God. Thoughts on the B-84? Well, it was in Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 4. Nah, but actual thoughts on the B-84? I've never seen it. I never seen it. I saw it with an RTS, but I never wrote it. I'm like, okay, I guess it's a plus. Barely shows up, but okay. CBTC used on a 143s is incompatible with Queens Boulevard CBTC. Well, that sucks balls, which means, guess what? The M is now stale. Damn it. Just when we thought we had something, damn it. That's all right. Fuck around, you might see a fucking 32, at that time. You might have seen 32 go down freaking 32C, freaking head down the Eastern Division of Broadway Junction, and that Broadway Junction. Or hell, Jamaica Center on a lower level. And it can still do it. It can still run like that. That's the stupid part. It really can. Yo, come on now. Yo, MTA, come on now. You got weapons. You can make shit happen. You got weapons. You hate anything about the 7. Other than the fact that you could get sick easily? No, not really. No, the 7's basically operating the way it did when it had Redbirds. It's the same as that shit. They treating the 143s like the new, no, sorry, no 143. They treating the 188s like the new age Redbirds. And you know what? I can respect it. What's your opinion about the E going to Whitehall? Boy, when I took that shit when I took a 32 and the E going to Whitehall, yo, the E coming. First of all, the People's Train and the E 32s side by side at Times Square. That both of them being 32s, phase twos, seeing that shit, that was an automatic L. That was just that gods. Oh, yeah, right. Oh. That shit was fantastic. The E now going in that way, you know what? I'm not mad at it because it provides extra service down Broadway. You know, the E, and I got to give credit to the E where credit is due. Listen, the E does put in work. It does. It puts in work, and it's like no matter the situation, the E will still get to its destination, no matter the circumstance. After this, buddy, and reactivate the Bergen Street lower level Senate. You know, to be honest, I've been thinking about that, which would kind of make sense. But the thing is that it wouldn't, because you literally get off at J Street and then boom, you got your train to go upstairs to, you know, that right there, because J Street is a major hub. That's a major transfer point. Now, I get it, because it's like, all right, the transfer to the G, I understand that. That's still a transfer point. But then, you know, I get that. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense, to be honest. It would. It's like, it's half and half. It's like, you know, the Bergen lower level, it's like, all right, you can go over there, you know, F Express trains go underneath there. But it's like that station would be used all that much. You know what I'm saying? Unless they had a consistent flow of like a whole bunch of F Express trains coming through and shit like that, then it's like, all right, I could see that. But, you know, other than that, not like that. Not like that. But yeah. But it's like it's basically one of those things where it's like it's up in the air. That's something that the TA would literally have to examine for that. Like, you know, they have to examine on their end like what's best for, you know, connecting people to the G. You know, if they come from Manhattan, they got to catch the G. They don't feel like going to Hoyt, transferring over at J Street, going to Hoyt and Skimmerhorn, stuff like that. And then mind you, Bergen Street, you can't cross over to the other side. So it's like, it's kind of like more of a con than a pro. So it's like, it's, you know, but it is what it is. You got to go to Carroll Street and shit to go and cross over at first, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes split the knife, depending on what's going on in Carroll. You know, you never know. People straight in the east side by side. Yo, that shit was lit, though. It really was lit. It really was lit. What? 2023, the TA is replacing 10 platforms over. Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Using 160s, 100% 160s, let alone Siemens. No, listen, the G using 160s, I'm not mad at it, because it's like, listen, they got to go somewhere. That frees up more 68s for something else. More 46s somewhere else. You know, people don't really be on the G for all that long. So it's like, all right, I can deal with that. I can deal with G having some 160s and stuff like that. That's cool. You know, it kind of, like I said, it gives more different atmosphere to the G now. Oh, yeah, no, I still call that bitch J Street Borough Hall. I don't give a fuck. J Street Borough Hall, Broadway, Nassau, all those stations, no, I still call it that shit. They were sitting up there, J Street Metro. What? Listen, I understand what they wanted to do with that station. They wanted to give more attention to the college, which rightfully so, you know, it is at Metro Tech. But the thing is that people, they remember and they know J Street Borough Hall. When they hear J Street Borough Hall, they know A, C, and F. You know what I'm saying? When they hear Lawrence Street, they know R or M and R or the People's Train R, whichever one you want to go with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the way, you know, that they're trying to move forward with things now, where it's like, all right, the piece of landscape that's there, it's like, all right, now that's the station name. I mean, like, you know, certain stations don't need to be, you know, renamed and stuff like that. Like, I'm not trying to give them any ideas, but like Broadway, Lafayette, and Bleecker Street, keep them some bitches separate. Do whatever you can to keep them some bitches separate, because the MTA, for some ungodly reason, will come up with this idea. And it's some unseasoned ass hipster shit that'll happen, where they be like, oh yeah, nah, we're going to call this shit Broadway Bleecker. If that happens, I want you to give the greatest open neck to the person that actually made that shit happen. The greatest, I mean, open neck. Like, the greatest open neck. Because that right there will slap the stupidity from back here. Right there. See that? Clean shot. There you go. Thoughts on the B12? First of all, that question in itself, thoughts on the B12. The Ghetto Express should be extended back to Cypress Hills. To be honest, yeah. Because, no, listen, that's you know, you got extra shit with the J too. It's like, if anything happens on the J, guess what? There's more ways for you to get out of that situation. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Cypress Hills. Sometimes the J ends at Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts on the IRT? IRT is IRT. IRT is IRT. At this point now, IRT is IRT. The Siemens F 9.5. Listen, I got to give the Siemens F credit. If you really want me to be honest with you with the Siemens F, all right, I give the Siemens F an 8. If I had to really score it, I give the Siemens F an 8. Because yes, it's like, it's a rare chance it's a slight rare chance of you catching it. But when you do get it, it's lit. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, it's, for me personally, I give it an 8. As a whole, yes, you're absolutely right, 99.5. Because guess what? That's the F standards today. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, it's an 8. Because that's, again, I know the F from back then. You know what I'm saying? I know the F from back in the day. And Lord have mercy, the F from back in the day was lit as fuck. Now it's like, you get, the F is like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. I honestly don't know what the fuck happened. Thoughts on the return of the 68 on the Q? Is it L? Of course it's 68. What? Let me make something clear right now. Anything that's from 68 back is an automatic L. L? Yeah, exactly. L is an automatic L. Automatically. So as any equipment from back then is an automatic L. Coney Alley Yards, common to see 68s on it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Broadway Junction, IND, it's called Broadway East New York. Yes, it was. Yep. 68's Golly on Broadway, 46 kind of. No, they do. 46s kind of do get boring sometimes, But yeah, no. When I say 68, I'm like, oh hell yeah, nah. Because it's like that's the closest thing I'm gonna get to a 32 because they have the fucking, of course they move and sound like 32. Shot, we'll knock out. Wait, what happened? If I get that shot, I'll knock out. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no, Eggman, no bullshit. That dude is strong as shit. Ray arrested. No, to be honest with you, that Rockaway shuttle needs more respect than that. That shit is still the H. It's still the H to me. Thoughts on the B65? Well, it was at East New York. It was actually East New York now, and then went back to Jack Gleason, and then went to East New York again, and it's at Jack Gleason, and now it's East New York again. It don't matter. It don't know whether the fucking make his mind up or not. But to be honest, I like the 65 out of Jackie Gleason. I really did. And I remember I rode an Orion 7 in a thunderstorm on a B65. I swear to everything, I thought the lightning struck the bus. That bitch was growling and everything down fucking Dean Street and shit, heading to downtown Brooklyn. Because I was trying to get the fuck up out of there. Trying to get back to civilization. Trying to get back to Red Hook and shit. And I'm like, yo, that shit, whoo, boy. I like the 65 out of Jack Gleason. It's 65 out of East New York is bland. It's like hybrid. You know, Excelsior, which I'm cool with, but I would love to see another C40 on a B65. That honestly, for me to be honest with you guys, downtown Brooklyn should be flooded with Jackie Gleason buses. Jackie Gleason took the heaviest hit in terms of like buses being downtown. You got the 61, 67, 63, 60. Well, nah, 65 is not there no more. 69, yeah, 69 from like all the way down. Um, yeah, yeah, but that's 63. But yeah, you only have those select few that's over there. And meanwhile, you got under 37. But the 37 don't come to like deep downtown Brooklyn no more. I'm like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Now we stuck with like batteries running everywhere and shit. You got Fresh Pond, you got Grand Avenue, you got what you call it? You got East New York and stuff like that. I'm like, where's the Gleason sauce? Where's that at? You know what I'm saying? Like it's unseasoned in downtown Brooklyn now. I'm like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? You had the 75 back then, you know what I'm saying? 61. You had all that shit back then. 37 was coming straight down Livingston and shit like that too. Now niggas want to put freaking 37 over by 4th Avenue and 4th Avenue and Pacific Street and shit. I'm like, come on now. Tuskegee Airmen Depot review. You guys did call on the M86 Chicken Select Bus Service. Got me laughing. Yeah, I know. All the Select Bus Service buses, we call it Chicken Select because they came out at the time where McDonald's was having the same ad for the Chicken Select. That's why that started. I'll make a vid on the L. Well, that depends on how fast Turtle answers my question, because I was sitting there trying to get this boy on the fucking L review for the longest time. He ain't say shit. So, you guys bug him, then guess what? You get yourself an L review. Get ready to be schooled. Oh, yeah, of course. Freaking E. Yeah, B65 was last out of Jack Gleason back in 2007. Yeah. Yeah. Facts, the H is still too strong. H is no. See, the H, so basically how that goes is that the C train itself is too strong. That's too strong. The H is too legit to quit. Cause yo, when they put the H out there and return with the 32s, that literally told us that the MTA was way too legit to quit to give people service. They chose the right trains to do that shit with. They knew. I don't want to hear shit. Because they went out there during the freaking Hurricane Sandy. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, everybody was freaking sitting up there talking about, oh, no, but you know, 32s ain't going to do nothing because, you know. What happened, though? Talking all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me see. Said to see the Red Birds retire. They were preserved. Yeah. Can't wait for the 211s. Yeah. But for my guys at BVE, yeah, I would love to see more 32 content. Oh my God, what? Y'all have been killing the game, like in terms of like the way the program's being made now. Y'all are murking it. I'm like, I love to see more content from you guys. Thoughts on New Jersey Transit commuter rail? But I will say you guys have damn good equipment. The Arrow 3s are my favorite things. Obvious reasons, but yeah, you know, Arrow 3s are my favorite. R32s on the H. 2012 was lit as fuck. Yes, Brian, you and I was there. We experienced the fuck out of that shit. That's when I caught an Orion 5 on a Q22. Everybody was like, how the fuck? And then after that, I caught an RTS, the last RTS ever to be over that way was on a Q113. I still got the footage too. But yeah, I gotta get, because I'm on my phone, I gotta go get my laptop and shit. But I took the last RTS that was on a Q113. I forgot the exact number, but I know I have the footage though, for sure. But yeah, I was coming from school and I just graduated. So what I did was I just got the news that I passed. So what I did was I got on, of course, the N33, and while I was on the 33, I looked and turned over because I looked on my phone. I was like, oh, RTS was seen on the Q113 at Paisley Park. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I get over to Far Rockaway. There's sitting right there. I said, oh hell no. Do you know how fast I broke out of that 1700? I swear to everything, I was about to pull the emergency window shit just to come out, just to jump out the bus, just to catch that shit. But I caught it and I rode it all the way from Far Rockaway all the way up to Jamaica Center. And like all the way up to the very last stop, because I knew that was it. I knew that once that bus goes, it's a wrap. So, and yes, if you guys wanted to know a theme song for Paisley Park Depot, look no further than 50 Cent. Look no further than I Know You Like My Style from 50 Cent. That is Paisley Park theme. Because you like how I break you down. Want to get rich, I show you how. So yeah. What's good, Fred? What's going on? Word. Thank you for your contributions, Fred. All the way. Metal Sonic's basically that. So funny enough, right? That whole thing with Metal Sonic, I'm actually going to put that towards the G. Because, again, the G's theme is, Stardust Speedway now because of the 160s. That shit. Shit, fucking Metal Sonic's theme now. Alp 45s. Oh, the dinosaurs. The Alp 45s in Jersey Transit. That long ass back. Shit. That shit got back. I mean, yo, oh my God. I ain't never seen no train never had back like that before. That shit got a back. I mean, that shit is like hunchback. Yeah, man. Swing. I can't. If the Z was discontinued, the J would have double frequency in the morning. It's sad but true at the same time. It is sad but true. Because it's like, look, I mean, what can you really say? Siemens car 80, 88. Yo, 88, 48. Now let's talk about that. Supersonic for A reviews also. Oh, what you call it? Crisis City is the A. For 46s is the A. For 46s, 32s, all that shit is the A. Now Tech Trains for the A. That's Digital Circuit from Shadow the Hedgehog. That is for the 179s, 160s, and all that stuff. That's what that's for. Oh, excuse me one second. But yeah. Oh nah, Nixon is here. Now, if I had a favorite 160, it'd be 8932. Because when that sucker was on the People's Train, yo, remember it was the day when me and Sonic was on at the platform at Times Square. And, the train was coming in, of course, from going downtown. You know what I'm saying? So the train was coming in, and Sonic had his hat on. And this boy, as the train flew in, Sonic's hat blew up. It was the most funniest thing I've ever seen, because he was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, no, I sound like that one. That was funny. So 8932 is my favorite Siemens 160. My favorite 160 out of all of them. It's opinion about the future T. Well, only thing I can say is when we see what happens when it gets here. That's the best thing I can say for everybody. Ugh. I missed the Siemens on the end. They were so iconic on the Broadway lines, excluding the R. Iconic. Word. That's the word you want to use. Iconic. Now they were known. They were well known on Broadway. We knew that they was like, yo, that's a Broadway thing. But iconic. I don't know about that one. Because you had greats, you had legends, you had, of course, 40 slants, 40 mods, 42s, 68s, 46s, 38s, you know what I'm saying? Even trains before that, you know what I'm saying? You had 19s, things like that, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the Gods, 32s. Those made Broadway. Those made Broadway. But in Broadway's current times today, well, through that era, the Siemens definitely did hold it down. So I can definitely say Cryptical Andy. Yeah, I can definitely say that. '88 on the E. I seen it. It was pretty cool. I used to have a 142A. To be honest, I don't have a favorite 142A. But if I did, I think it was, if I remember the number correctly, it was a 7240. I think that's what it was. Forgot where it was. I think it's on a 7 now, but yeah, that was my shit beforehand. It used to be on a 6 back then, but you know. Oh yeah, back in 2013 when I rode 9002, and mind you, that's Alex's favorite train is 9002 on the what's it as a Siemens 160. Alex loves that. L. Everybody, L. L. Yo, yo, Brian said it. Brian said it as well. 32s on the end is iconic. That is iconic. That shit. And now, you know what? Thanks to this YouTube channel, even more so. Because think about it. Why do you think they really took out that other train, you know, before the 32s really officially retired? Why do you think they ran it on the end? You know what I'm saying? It's like that was one of the trains that really made the end what it really was. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's right there. It's in physical form. Especially if their phase 2 says, oh, yes, baby, yes. Oh, my Lord, yes. Funny enough, yeah, no, I see there are 23 comments, but yeah. What was it? What a 32? Yo, I skipped school for a 32W. I looked up there. I literally sat up there and looked at the Astoria L. I said, oh my God, that's a damn W with a 32. Word. Yeah, nah, Brian, you got one of the illest catches of all time. It's a 38 on the V. That, yeah, you definitely got it. You definitely got it on that one. You definitely got it on that one. I mean, me myself, I took a 68A on a C from 2nd Avenue in Manhattan to 207. I think that was probably one of my rarer catches, if anything. I took a 42 on the D, 40 slant on the Delta, 32C up 205. I'm just trying to think of like all the other shit that I've done. People's Train at 71st, 32 of course. I've been everywhere on the People's Train. But E to 168, 32. F to 168, 32. 32G. Done that. Yeah, I think that's probably about it for the most part. Or like what I can remember offhand. I'm pretty sure there's more. Yeah, 42s on a J was iconic. That was the J's trains. It was the 42s. Word. That was the J's trains. Yeah, I definitely do a Metro North. Of course I'm doing Metro North. Doing Metro North, Long Island Railroad, all that stuff. You know. JFK Express. I'll get to reviewing a JFK Express one day. Definitely. Or like I'll mention it or something like that. But it's like, you know, if I can find footage of it or anything of the sort, then it's like, all right, I can make it happen. What you call it? But that's if it really calls for it. That's got to be like a special, if anything. That's JFK Express. My favorite 32, hey, 33, 52, hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good ass car. My favorite 32, I have two favorite 32s. So my original favorite 32 was 3909. And that used to be on the People's Train. That shit, there's one video by somebody, he caught it. I don't know who it was. But there's a video of a 32 on the People's Train, and it's 3909, and it's taking off out of 36th Avenue. And man, when I tell you, that was my train, that was my fucking train. Coney Island babied the hell out of that specific car. And I loved it. I was like, yo, that was my shit. You know, my favorite phase one was 3709. That, I don't know if that's still around, if it's gone, or whatever the case may be. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, those are my two favorites. 3909 and 3709. 3909 you could see because it had the blue stripe underneath. That was the Coney Island Yard sticker. It was the blue stripe. So, but yeah. Fully slant on the D. So basically, what was it? 40 slant on the Delta. I took that because they had ran 40 slants on the Delta overnight back then. But you had to be like really awake for that shit. To ride that shit up Concourse and then back down to Coney Island and shit. Because it was, of course, late nights and stuff. I see a mirror. I'll do the air train. If it calls for it, I'll do the air train. Maybe yard reviews? Nah, the yards only get a mention because it's like, you know, how they work on their trains is it can vary. Things change, positions change, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with things like that, you know, you would have to, in order for you to do a yard review, you would literally have to speak to somebody on the inside. So this way you get up to date and accurate shit from them. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit would go. You know, because it's like the last thing you want to do is bullshit somebody on how the fuck everything's going on the inside of the yard, and you know, you don't really know shit. You know what I mean? So it's like with that, all of that stuff usually varies. It's like it's a mixed bag. You know what I'm saying? At one minute they could be doing great, the other minute they could be doing shit. You know what I mean? So, but you know, listen, if somebody wants to jump on that and review yards, then, you know, you go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? You go right ahead. Listen, you can call Mystic Transit or something like that. One of them to do something like that. You know, it'll make it happen. You know, again, big shout out to those guys and stuff like that. Big shout out to all you guys that's here in the chat right now. You know, remember that R32? Oh, and 3811 was my second favorite phase one. There you go. You remember that 32 on the C that had that weird motor that sounded so unique? Was it? You did a sound recording and it sounded so different. Oh, that was Alex that did that, actually. Yeah. So again, keep in mind, the Super Summer Brothers isn't just me. It's me, Alex, Turtle, you know, All of us. You know what I'm saying? All of us. Adam, you know. Not focused on acceleration, focused on operators moving against timers, Eastern Vision. Okay. What's up? Thoughts on about the A train? I wish that, well, we're getting it coming back as the T. So that's just my theory. A train theory. Fuck around with me and watch me work with Matt Pat. That'd be some crazy ass shit. I'm honored to be one of the true OGs of trans community. Yo, Brian. You and me both, my man. You and me both. What line do you feel made the biggest comeback in the modern era? Very good question. Let me see. Without having you guys feel like Soulja Boy. Because, you know, Tiger came back with the biggest comeback in 2018. But the train that made the biggest comeback, I would say the damn W. The damn W did it. Because, yo, everybody was lined up waiting for that shit. Like, yo, as soon as we heard the W's come back, everybody, the damn W! Everybody done ran. Everybody done ran and wanted to catch that shit. But yeah, 211, the Deadpool train. It's cool. It's cool. No, like, you know what? I see the 211s as like, you know, is the birth child of like the 32s and the 46s together, and out came the 211s. You know, 32s being a husband, fucking 46 being a wife and shit, and then out came greatness. 211. The L train is Titanic Monarch. Oh God. Well, if 211 went to the L, could be a thing. Could be. But how it started, to be honest, from Sonic and the Secret Rings, is the best theme song for the L, because literally that's how everything started, was the L. Like the L started the 160s, the L started the 143s, CBTC, you know, all the litaniest guinea pig shit that the MDA wants to do to the L. That's how it starts, is the L. I feel bad for people that gotta ride the L. Because, yo, that shit is hell. Oh my God. Word. Thoughts in Jerome says 142 ways. That ain't cool. You know, I like the, you know, even though, yes, you know, trains bucking and stuff like that is never a good thing. But, yo, 142 ways, I like it when they buck because they remind me of Redbirds. They're like the new age Redbirds. Call the A train the pride of the line. Yeah, I can see it. You know, it's the first letter. I can see it. Do you think that 211s will be the strongest and most quality tech and trains? To be honest, yes. To be honest, yes. Yes. Very much so, yes. Propulsion do you think sounds the greatest? It can be any translation, that's DMTA. So my favorite type of propulsion, what type of propulsion do I think it sounds the greatest? I gotta give it to the 143s. Like 143s, is it Martrack? Is that what it's called? That, yeah, I gotta give it to, because you have an angelic sound when you start off. Like, yo, like that right there. I'm like, I like the way the L has that shit. That, like, that shit is lit. That shit is lit as fuck. Like, it's better than hearing the fucking that stupid ass violin on a 160. Nah, give me some angel fucking sound effects with that shit. That shit. It sounds like technology. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag the damn W. You gotta say it in Jim Ross's voice though. The damn W. The Masha Lulu. Yep, from way back when. Yeah. Yep. Mashalulu. 143 is on it. 143 is on a J is lit. I like that. I like seeing that. It's something different. Yes, I definitely do know that today is the 12-year mark. Yes. Nah, I understand the A train and 9th Avenue L. Yeah, I definitely understand. So yeah, basically, so you guys want to know where? Because I definitely been getting a lot of comments on this, like from Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. Different reaches of the internet, and people ask me like, why is it that I'm not really? Yeah, that's what it's the my track, yeah, my track propulsion. So basically, the Myrtle Avenue would have also been to have the Myrtle Avenue fucking train. Oh my god, that'd be so lit. That you could probably call the I train or freaking that could be the O. Like, why wasn't nobody thinking? I mean, we had the O over the Brooklyn Bridge, so what's stopping it now? But yeah. Yeah, so I've been getting people messaging me about that stuff and like that. And then, you guys come back to me in person and ask me what's my opinion, stuff like that. And, why is it that we talk so much shit about the tech trains and, fans and shit that like the tech trains and stuff like that. So the way that started was because of the fact that at the time when the 160s were announced, like all the fans of the tech trains was literally sitting there like, they was talking the hottest shit. They was talking the greatest amount of shit. And it was like, all of us guys that were in the old shit and stuff like that, we didn't say shit. We didn't say a goddamn thing. Because why? We was enjoying the equipment that was there. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, they kept talking the illest shit. And man, when it got to a point where it was like, you know what, screw this shit, and we heard that 32s were staying behind the 44s and stuff like that, when the 44s was leaving and stuff like that, that's where it was like, you know what, nah, fuck this shit. Now you literally see in your face that, one, those trains ain't shit. Two, we still hill bitches. And three, y'all ain't shit. So, for talking shit. So what happens is that we started firing back on those guys that was basically saying, all that shit, talking all that shit about the old trains and shit like that. Once we did that, that's when they got sensitive. It was like, oh, well, you ain't shit, talking shit about, why you gotta talk mad shit about the tech trains and stuff like that and shit like that. When meanwhile, I'm like, we was chilling. Y'all started with us. Now all of a sudden, y'all getting y'all ass kicking back, and it's like, y'all don't like it. Simple, and to be honest with you, like, my simple response to that was, well, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Simple as that. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically what it was, like, to basically clear that portion up for everybody, so that everybody was like wondering what the deal was with that. But yeah, like, it was a whole bunch of shit that went on with that. It was like, people was pissed off at certain people. People wasn't friends with other people behind the shit. I'm like, come on, man. They're just trains. Let's enjoy the shit. Oh my God. Yeah, it is nighttime. My phone's about to die. So listen, thank you guys for coming, watching the stream and stuff like that. The biggest takeaway from all of this, I can tell you guys, is just be y'all, just fan, fan whatever you can, whatever's left, the 68s, 46s, stuff like that. Yeah, fan whatever you can, 62s, all that, just be y'all. Because there's gonna be a huge ass changeover, with the 211s coming in and stuff like that. Y'all, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be satisfied, pretty damn sure. But yeah, listen, you guys, thank you for showing up. What was it? I'm just looking at the rest of the comments you guys left. Yeah, but thank you so much, man. Oh yeah, no, Eggman, trust me, I definitely know. The Steve hit me up and told me everything that's going on your end. So don't worry, I got you covered. What you call it? I got a brand new phone and stuff like that. If you didn't know, so yeah. But yeah, listen, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching. You guys will definitely see more content for sure. Thank you again. Thank you guys for the goat emojis and all of that stuff. You guys are great. I love all of you guys. And yeah, the Steve, yeah. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a great one. Take care. Take care of yourselves. Don't end up like me being sick because this shit is bullshit. And be sure to head over to the Knuckles the Echidna channel and stuff like that, because that's where you'll see more content, but it's like more so on the Sonic scale, the Sonic side of things and stuff like that, more the entertainment see and things like that. You get to basically see how I am personally as a person and stuff. So, but yeah, so thank you all so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later. Now, how the fuck do I get off of this shit? Hold up, we gonna make it happen. There we go.